Hello and welcome to the first video of my LEC 2023 preview series where we're going to cover Astralis in alphabetical order. If you missed my videos yesterday, I went over LGD and the LPL and started my LCK series with DRX. Later on today I will start my LCS series with 100 Thieves. So you'll notice if you followed along that there's not a lot written on this board. We only have Astralis' roster. I have been putting down academy rosters, challenger rosters, and the like, looking at teams' depth charts. With Astralis Talent was their team last year. That was served as their academy team. Well, that team's been bought out. And actually the new team that bought them out doesn't even have a roster. So there are no academy players or ERL players for Astralis right now that are easily attainable to find. Somebody may cite something in the comments, but according to Leaguepedia, there is nobody listed beyond these 5 players for Astralis, which is concerning because Astralis on paper kind of stinks. So there's no pressure from below to try and even push these players to the next level. Last year, Astralis went 10-26 overall. Astralis Talent went 18-20. They swapped out the top side of the rift. Vizicachi at 30 years old goes back to ERLs. Finn joins from Excel. And then Xerxes goes to Excel in the jungle. And they bring up 113 from France, an 18-year-old jungler. So the coach is AOD. They have been on the coaching staff the last 2 years, going 23-49. So Astralis, bottom tier team, bottom tier org. Going into this year, their average age is 21.8 years old. Definitely not enthused about this team. Finn in top lane at 23 years old, put up a 2.7 KDA, 8.1 CS per minute, 54.3 KP, 460 damage per minute, 22.2 damage share, 21.8 gold share, 4 solo kills across 19 games. He'd play 8 champions. GP, Gnar, and Gwen most played, so he can play all sorts of things in top lane. Finn actually really notable for his Kled, but we have to keep in mind Finn is probably above average at best. That's what these numbers even indicated. 8.1 CS per minute, that's above average. With a 54 KP makes sense. A little bit more split pushy, but at the same time is getting gold, dies quite a bit with under 3 KDA. I mean, Finn is average. 113 in the jungle, only 18 years old. So there is the thought that he should be able to develop, right? He should improve. Now, I don't believe that Astralis is the team to bring a player along and make them better. That I do not believe, right? So this guy's stats in the LFL, a 1.9 KDA, 4.5 CS per minute, 65.6 KP. If you have followed along with my channel, all 3 of those numbers are awful. Now, if he was going back to the LFL this year, I would say, okay, well, he was a rookie, he was a young kid, that happens, improvement, right? But instead, he's been promoted to the top level, and he's going to get gapped. These numbers are indicating that he is going to get gapped. 288 damage per minute, 12.3 damage share, 16.6 gold share, 2 solo kills across 18 games. He plays 7 champions. Viego, Wukong, J4 were his most played. I don't think I can emphasize it enough. I don't know how this guy got here. When you have a player like Selfmade, for example, who literally is available for free from Vitality, you just have to pay him his contract. I mean, I understand the contract's probably ugly, but this is it's so bad. Mid lane, Dajor, 19 years old. I think Dajor is better than people give him credit for, okay? I think he's above average in mid, and you have to give him credit that he's on Astralis, a team that stinks. Excuse me, a 3.1 KDA, 8.7 CS per minute. So on average, he's ahead in his matchups. 71.9 KP, which means he's getting involved. So he gets involved at a good rate. Sorry. Trying to get over this damn cold. I got so many videos I got to make. So 71.9 KP. He's ahead more often than not. He's getting involved more often than a lot of mid laners. So Dajor, at times last year, was the guy for this team. 554 damage per minute, 25.2 damage share, 22.6 gold share, 3 solo kills across 18 games, played 7 champions. 2 most notable are Orianna and Victor. Those were the only 2 champions he played at least 3 times or more. I think he played Orianna 6 times. So, I mean, better than Finn, but will I say like Dajor is one of the better mid laners in the LEC? Probably not, but he is young at 19 years old. And you'd like to think that he can develop, but now being alongside a guy like 113 instead of Xerxes, that'll be a problem. In bot lane, the oldest player on the team is Kabe. 4.3 KDA, 9.4 CS per minute, 74.1 KP, 597 damage per minute, 27.4 damage share, 24.7 gold share. 1 solo kill across 18 games. He'd play 10 champions, so deepest champion pool on the team. Zeri, Twitch, and Jinx were his most played. Kabe definitely, when the team had some success, there was a window of time there where Astralis had success last year. Xerxes had a lot to do with that, as did Kabe. Probably the best player on this team, but like Finn, he's average. So it's a mess. It's a mess. Well, actually, he's probably not the best player. Jonghoon is the best player on this team. But Kabe is just like it just. There's no carry on this team. You know, it's similar to how I felt about FPX when I was talking about them. Like, looking at the team, can Finn solo win games? No. Dajor, probably not. Kabe, those days are behind him. So who's going to win games for this team? I don't know. Jonghoon, at 22 years old, came on the scene last year and surprised the hell out of me and many others. After being on Fred at Breon's academy team, kicking around Turkey for a little while, he came onto the scene last year and actually played a fabulous split. Really, really, really surprising. A 2.8 KDA, 74.9 KP, 3.12 vision score per minute, 0.37 words cleared a minute, 8 champions in 18 games. Rakan, TK, and Pyke were his most played. The Pyke being most notable. He had pop-off moments on that. I believe his Soraka also didn't look bad. Jonghoon tried his damnedest for this team, roaming around the rift, trying to make things happen. And, I mean, he and Xerxes were able to pull out some wins that probably this team didn't deserve. But at this point, I don't know if he's got enough. Yeah, I think he's kind of trapped. I'm really shocked that other teams in the LEC did not try and buy out Jonghoon. I think Jonghoon is an upper half support in the region. I thought he played fabulous, and you know, people might even say, yeah, well, he's on Astralis. No, that should be why we know that he is probably good enough to be upper half, because he was on Astralis and he was doing what he was doing. So it's definitely something to look at. I mean, when the support is the best player, I mean, this team just stinks. This team stinks. So if you're an Astralis fan, try and sell it. Good luck with that. Like the video if you like it. Subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Follow me on Twitter. Join the Discord. Become a YouTube member. And thank you for watching.